So the first thing is guard the culture, right? At all times, first and foremost. As long as you can scale yourself to focus on hiring, do it. And maximum focus should be on getting people who share common values with the team that you already have. Bad behavior is far, far worse than bad design, right? So that's my number one advice. And when I say guarding the culture, making sure the wrong kind of people don't get in, there isn't a value mismatch. That's the most important thing. Second is think long term. You're the leader of the team. You need to be completely and wholeheartedly bought into, what the company stands for and what you're collectively trying to achieve, right? That's necessary to develop a big vision. So focus on that. Once you have that big vision, then you need to be able to turn it into a story, right? So work on your communication skills. Another thing is you're already good at design, right? Because I'm assuming you've had some years of practicing design, and now you need to understand that you need to learn other things. You should be spending as much time with stakeholders, your peers in other functions as you do with your design team, right? So learn about product management, learn about business, learn about engineering, right? If you're in a software company, or I don't know, industrial manufacturing processes, if you're an industrial designer, learn other things. You already know design, and you have your team to take care of design. So as a leader, your job, if you have to come up with ideas, you need to know what other people are up to, right? So that you can meaningfully contribute. And once you have that big idea and you've turned into a story which is capable of inspiring people to come and join you and be there, then you need to work on the ability to turn that story into outcomes, right? Measurable wherever you can. I don't mean turn everything into a key result or tie everything to a business metric. Most important things about design are about the feel, but make sure that what you do resonates with your customers. If you say that this is delightful, if random people go and talk to your customers, the customers should reflect that feeling, right? You're not going to become a great leader by reading books also, right? I am a huge proponent of reading books. I read a lot and they're amazing. But leadership is one of those things where books can only help so much. This isn't craft. You can't read and practice and eventually get better at it. What I would advise the most is observe other leaders, right? In your organization or in the industry. But most of all, beyond all these points, you need to work on that ability to raise your hand, point out bad things, right? Point out where the experience is just not as good as it should be. Don't just give suggestions and disappear, right? Raise your hand, volunteer, and see things through. And lastly, I would say one more thing, take care of yourself, your mental health, guard your joy, don't try to be someone else. I see a lot of people try to become, change their personality, and become somebody else now that they're a leader. Act like somebody they aren't. It's really tiring. Be yourself. As a leader, if you're somewhat successful, you'll be directing and guiding people who are better at their jobs than you are, right? So don't try to appear smart at everything. Admit what you're not good at. Ask other people to teach you. Be vulnerable. That builds trust. So take care of yourself. The leadership can be emotionally very hard.